Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being my subscribers, for listening and following on this channel. Today, I'm very excited because of a topic that I've been thinking about for quite a while, because life goes on and on and on and on. And this is about the power of your personal story, the power of my story. And the big question is, what is my story? From the famous Marcus Aurelius to the Dalai Lama, life is all about philosophy. And what is a philosophy? Whether it is Stoicism, Epicureanism, Confucianism, Idealism, or Existentialism, each of these is a mental status based on beliefs. That is philosophy. So philosophy is the study of fundamental questions about existence, knowledge, values, reason, mind, and language in relation to man and place. It acts as a guiding principle for behavior. It is a way of thinking. So the big question is, what then is a philosophy of life? Truth is, while some may consciously study and refine their philosophies, others develop it organically through life's experiences and interactions. What is your story? What is your philosophy? Maybe some people may have a combination of both, and that happens to many of us. That is where you are born, raised, educated, employed. You interact with people all over the place, and so much changes based on your daily interactions and experiences. So again, what is your story? A philosophy of life is therefore a personal framework of how I want to understand the world and my place in it. It is premised upon values, beliefs, and ideologies, and how they inspire, define, and impact my life. You've heard what I said? It is premised upon values, beliefs, and ideologies. And these are three principles that constantly interact with us every single day. Do you have a way or a foundation under which you define your values? How you create your beliefs? How your mental status, your intellectual status continues to improve every single day based on things that you interact with, based on information that you consume, based on things that happen around you. And this is the power of creating my own story. So what is your story? My Bible tells me that we are each fearfully and wonderfully made. And again it says that God placed us in the places where we are. He knew when we were to be born and how everything around our lives was meant to be. And according to James Allen in his book As a Man Thinketh, which is also again part of the Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7, it states one core principle. A man's mind may be likened to a garden, which may be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild. But whether cultivated or neglected, it must and will bring forth. That's a powerful statement. Whether cultivated intelligently or left wild, the garden will always produce. So, what is your garden producing? Are you intelligently cultivating, or are you wildly running helter-skelter? It's your choice to know what you expect your garden to produce. Big question, what is your story? It is up to us to intentionally live, because sometimes there are factors that are out of our control. Political issues, pandemic issues, many things happen around us that we may not be in control. But as a person, you must build yourself to know your reflexes, to know your fears, to know your strengths, and to know how to make judgment based on everything that is external that comes your way. And this is how we create our stories. What is your story? Are you aware that every second, minute, hour, day, week, month, year, and season we live has its own experiences which define, refine, and reset our thoughts? They reset my thoughts. They reset my thought line, how I respond, how I think, how I do things, how I believe in the future. Every single experience is an exposure to a new thing. How do you get developed? We each have an opportunity to package, produce, prepare, and present our stories. Are you consciously aware of what your story is? Do you look around you every single day and picture what your story is becoming, whom your story is talking to, and how your story is changing someone? My own story is gold. Do I know how to find, mine, refine, align, and ultimately, maybe just dine from my own story? Everybody we read about today, all the great men we focus on today, we refer to them. They told their story. Their experiences were documented, and today we lean upon many of their lives' philosophies. How are you refining, defining, and creating your own life philosophy? Life comes with trails, trials, tribulations, and triumphs. Am I ready to exploit and emerge victorious? Are you aware of your trails? Are you aware of your tribulations? Are you aware that you can actually triumph? What are you doing to emerge victorious? Some may be too burdensome, some may be unpredictable, but as you continue to move every single day, you have an opportunity to become greater, to become better, and to emerge victorious. Are you consciously ready to capture and conquer the things that happen in your life? So again, the big question is, what is your story? And your story is your story. It is not other people's stories. It is not other people's experiences. It is your story. You are unique. You are outstanding. You are amazing. You are who you are. What is your story? Many times we are conditioned by people, places, and phenomena constantly occurring around our person. Each of us undergoes and emerges differently in the production line of life. Our stories are unique. My story is the transformational agenda another person needs to step up and step forward. Because my experience and my triumphs are all about who I am as an individual. Tell your story. If I don't tell my story, it will never be heard, it will never be read, it will never be annulled in any books. So, am I telling my story? Am I living my story? Am I experiencing my story? Remember, if I don't tell my story, it will never be heard, it will never be read, it will never be annulled. And that is how my existence would have all been in vain. Your story will change lives. Your story will influence destinies. Your story will shape the future. You must tell your story. It is your story. It is your life. It is your experiences. The way you deal with it, the way you respond to it, the way you overcome, it's all about your story. Tell it. You never know who is listening. You never know who is waiting. You never know whose life will be simply depending on your story. We each have a story. We each must tell a story. We each can change another person's life because of our story. So think about it. Give it a thought. What is your story? How did you deal with circumstances? How did you handle different situations? You created a story. It began, it continued, it ended. Scripted or unscripted, it is a story that changes lives. Focus on your story. Build your life based upon your story because it is your story. If you don't do it, others will do theirs. You will read theirs, you will live theirs, you will believe theirs because you didn't tell your story. We are each powerful, we are each focused, we are each premised on greatness. Just tell your story. But can you live a purposeful story? Can you be intentional about the story you want to create? Can you actually do it your way? It is possible. Know your destiny, know your purpose, know your strengths, know your skills. Go out there and create a story that you want to be bigger than you. A story that you want to live beyond you. Many, many years to come. Will your story be told? Will your story be heard? Will your story be read? Will your story live beyond you? That is what we call legacy. And I pray that each of us will live and leave a legacy because your story is powerful. Your story is your signature. Your story is what you made it to be. So tell your story. Live your legacy. Refine, define, and create how you want your story to be remembered because it will forever remain your story. Have you ever known that is why the world has its population? We could have had one person, but why does everybody get born into the world? To create your own impact, to live your own life, to create your own legacy. How powerful will your story be? It's all about how you're living today. It's all about what you're doing today. Make a conscious decision to live a life of a legacy. Do what you must, but shape the world in a positive philosophy. You will be remembered. Why will you be remembered? That is the defining question. Do what you must, but make life amazing. For you, for everyone else, and for nature, because your story will always be told. Whether you wrote it or not, your story will be out there. What is your story? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure having you again here. Thank you for listening this far, and I hope that your story is powerful. I would be looking forward to hear your story, to hear your experiences, to hear of your triumphs, trials, and tribulations, how you overcame them, and what you have done. Let us tell our stories because each day comes with its own. Just tell your story.